Remember a while ago, everyone freaked out because we heard that there was a watchdog group that said in the pandemic there was $16 billion of unemployment fraud.
Yeah, or whatever relief fraud
Billion?
or whatever.
16 billion. We wish it was 16 billion. Now they're estimating it's more like 45.5 billion in unemployment fraud during that time. Washington authorities are now claiming to be on task to recover the funds, good luck, and hold criminals accountable for stealing from a vast array of federal relief programs. And
yeah, California fucked it up pretty bad too.
oh,
but you know,
you run to other people's mailboxes.
We've had, you know, a bunch
Inmates.
of inmates signing up,
Dead people.
guys writing rap songs about ripping it off.
I have it right
here. You know, the government has successfully got us to do this thing, which is taxes. Fucking, I pay so much in taxes. It's so fucking brutal, especially in California.
Yeah.
And you're trying to, you know, write this off and save that, but they end up paying millions of dollars in taxes.
Yeah, you can make a dent, but that's it.
And then it's like, well, we tried to build this high-speed rail from Merced to San Jose, and it's like, we haven't really done anything, but it cost $100 billion. And now we're all sort of desensitized. Like, we're all just kind of like, yeah, 100 billion here, a billion there. There's a web, there's a blah, blah. It's just like pay all the college debt just to, and it's like you can't hear the word billion 100 times without at some point just going, oh, fuck it, I'm going to work. I'll just give you guys 40% of whatever I make. And then you just go hand out billions and billions. Like,
yeah,
we're all kind of just desensitized.
It's just completely intangible. It's completely abstract.
That's 1,000 millions.
I know, but do you guys? Are you guys
1,000?
Honestly, I don't even want to know. You know what I mean? Like,
are you guys?
what am I going to do?
Are you guys kind of with me that, like, I don't know what it is, but we're giving Ukraine like $15 billion a month or something like that. And then, like, Joe Biden's getting interviewed, and there's like, how long is that going to go on? It's like, hey, as long as it takes. And then you go like, and then we go, we don't have school buses with headrests on them here.
Yeah.
Or, you know, in Baltimore, the inner city schools, they don't have heat. They don't have air. They're falling apart. It's like,
we can't be bothered with that right now.
Don't you guys feel like some of these billions, like, can't we get a fucking tram to LAX out of some of this? Like, it's this weird disconnect of like billions wasted with the PPE stuff or the bailout stuff, and billions on the train and PPP and billions gone to Ukraine, and then we're like, there's garbage everywhere, and there's no reliable buses. You know, there's no transportation. And the schools are all fucked up. Like, they don't have air conditioning, and they don't have enough for this, and they don't have enough. It's like,
can we get a taste?
Can we get like?
Well, it makes you think. There's no end to these billions that are going to all these places you mentioned, so it can't be the money. You know what I mean? Like these things you're mentioning, the trash or the tram, the whatever. It's not the money. It's a lack of will, or it's a bunch of idiots in charge, or whatever. It's not. It can't be the money.
Well, allocating where the money goes has got to be one of the hard. I mean, like, I'm no math guy, but like, I could never do that. You know what I mean? So the fact that the president or whoever is in charge of this stuff, which ultimately I suppose it's him, it's got to be the hardest thing. And so I just assume, well, okay, I couldn't do it, so he probably is a little bit better than me at that, at least. And so if I think in that way, it's like, oh, of course we're fucked. You know what I mean?
How much have we given to Ukraine? Chris can look it up. But it is this thing where it's kind of like, you ever, like, you walk around, you go to a park or you go to some street, and it's like you'll see a trash can out on the sidewalk, like a city trash can, just a regular kind, and it's brimming with trash, and then somebody's trying to balance a can or something on top of it. Who are you kidding, by the way? Just drop it on the ground at that point. They're piled up. Or you go to the park and there's shit around, and it's like, we don't have trash cans. It's like, shouldn't we have trash cans? We're giving billions and billions and billions. Like, shouldn't there just be shit like that? Like,
how much you think?
How much could that set us back?
Well, if you have 2 trash cans where every one trash can is, how much is that?
Billions.
That would be one of my questions.
Right. Just
billions.
Let's carve out $7,000 and let's see if we can get
even
2
that
trash
would be
cans.
Nice in a little area. You get $7,000 spent on trash cans. You get a nice little area.
Sure.
Yeah, or we never stop talking about the schools and the kids or the classes. They're overcrowded. We're giving billions to everyone all the time. Could we get another classroom?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple more teachers.
I think the answer is probably yes.
I think we could, yeah.
Well, just because it's an excuse to remind us, and you alluded to it, remember the rapper who did a whole song called EDD?
That's
that
right.
was about defrauding the government during the pandemic. And he was, of course, brought up on charges. He was 31-year-old Nuke Bizzle, and he was arrested after applying for more than $1.2 million in jobless benefits and using stolen identities in a scheme to fraudulently obtain unemployment insurance under the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security CARES Act.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get a little refresher on this sweet song.
I mean, this whole thing is like, rap used to be a thing where it was like, yeah, I kill motherfuckers and this and that, and like, but they didn't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They were just saying they did because these were the stories they grew up with.
Right.
And then it became like the next generation was like, oh, if they're rapping about that, I got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're doing this stuff and rapping about it and then going to jail.
It's an arms race.
Yeah, like just don't do the actual things.
Well, pick one.
Yeah, true. Right. Yeah, do it, but do it in secret.
Yeah.
Bob Marley
Right.
didn't shoot the sheriff.
No.
That's right.
Right. 100%. There you go.
Yeah.
Right, but I think Eric Clapton did the cocaine.
Yeah,
Oh.
true.
That is possible.
Copious amounts.
It's a little forgiving if you're doing it yourself, for
Right.
yourself.
What
and
about this?
harming yourself?
We gave $13.5 billion in security to Ukraine. Maybe when the dust settles on the war, they send over their crack monorail troop to build us a fucking monorail to LAX.
sweet
Like, it's a
engineers.
drop in the bucket.
That's a
Come
good
on.
idea.
Hey guys, I know you're literally rebuilding your
but
country.
We,
Come on up.
we will help with our
Yeah.
infrastructure over here.
Or do you have trash cans?
Yeah, at least
You know what
bring
I mean?
over some
Bring
trash.
some of those over.
Yeah, bring those big empty shell casings will work with the howitzer.
Yeah. Those containers that we gave, that we
Yes.
sent over there, we need those for trash, actually. now.
Right.
When Trump's president again, it'd be hilarious if he said, I need you to do me a favor, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Ukraine.
Something.
Right. Well, since we're talking about music, let's go ahead and listen to this jam. Every branch of the armed forces has a song, an official song. There's the Army Goes Rolling Along. There's the Marines hymn. Now, the U.S. Space Force, which is the newest military branch established in
right.
2019, they have their song. It's called Semper Supra, which is Latin for always above. And it was unveiled recently at the Air and Space Forces Association Air, Space, and Cyber Conference in Maryland last week. Let's
I'm
hear
very
it.
afraid for this.
Wow, very 50s throwback.
Yes.
Like another 20 seconds.
This is real?
Yes.
That was my question.
Yeah, it seems like a parody.
This
I wonder
not
how
good.
much this
Chris.
cost us.
This honestly is not good. They should have got Nuke Bizzle to do it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Here's how you get to space.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Toby Keith, we'll
yes.
put a boot in your ass, or whoever
Yeah, that was-
sings it, we'll put a boot in your
Right.
ass.
Put a
Like,
meteor up your ass.
who's that?
Toby Keith.
Is that Toby?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get something like that. Like, hey, world,
Courtesy
Yeah.
of the red, white, and blue.
we're floating around up here, and we'll put a
That's the song.
we'll come down here and put a boot in your ass
That's
and
good.
fuck with us.
Yeah.
Put a space boot in your ass.
That
That's
doesn't
right.
make me feel like I want to be in a Space Force, or honestly even have a Space Force at that point.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think, like, if you're going to enlist, I would kind of do it like you don't want to be a Marine because you're going to be boots on the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
An Army that way, too. So you start thinking about, well, what do we got? Navy, Coast Guard, Air Corps,
Getting
things
warmer.
like that. I might go Space Force just to stay above it all, like
Right.
literally, like try to stay
Yeah,
out of trouble.
literally, yeah. Just floating out there.
Yeah, the body count up there has got to be.
Yeah, you'll probably
minimal.
be sitting in some edit bay with a
Yeah.
computer in front of you,
Yeah.
mussing around
Quiet.
with stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll never be in the mud with the
At
blood
least in our
and the shit.
lifetime, yeah.
That's a good point.
You might be like, wait, hold on, what do we got here? And then you'll be like, oh, no, never mind, nothing.
Do you
Yeah.
still have to do basic training?
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
what is basic
I
training?
was going to say,
for
they
that?
ask you to climb a rope. You're like, when am I going to use this in
Right.
space?
Yeah. float around.
Yeah, just have guys who are really good at video games,
Yeah, exactly.
probably doing those jobs. I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah.
and I don't know it, but when we're smoking somebody with a drone somewhere in the Middle East, the guy who's doing it is nowhere. He may be in Arizona,
Right.
Which is kind of that is pretty Orwellian, right? I don't know why I think it's Arizona, but I mean, when you're calling that shit in, you're not standing next to it with a remote control like you're flying a model plane. I think you're somewhere many miles away.
Is that like how you don't fly the two execs from Coca-Cola in the same plane? Or is
No,
it just because you could do it from anywhere?
I think they can just do it from anywhere. Chris, I don't know if you can look that up, but I think these guys are sitting somewhere in Arizona.
They're also
blowing away a guy in Crete.
They're also probably in high demand, so they can call some shots and be like, "Why can I just want to do it from my couch?"
Yeah, this is work from home situation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I got COVID.
Yeah, I'm not going to fucking.
I know the third in charge of Al Qaeda. His motorcade's on the move, but I can't make it into the office. But I can just do it from my laptop.
I just opened this bag of Funyuns. I'll just do it for now.
right.
I'll do it here.
Uber.
I literally just sat down.
Yeah. Ooh, guys. Ooh, I just sat down.
I do like that people offer up now as an excuse sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, could you pick me up from the airport? I just sat down.
No way to get back up.
Yeah, there's no way. It's undoable.
Do we have time for a couple more? Okay. Let's talk Ezra Miller. He's been kind of in the news just by doing weird shit. Getting some of the parents involved, and a Vanity Fair expose contains...
I don't know who Ezra Miller is.
He's the Flash.
He played the Flash.
Put a picture of Ezra Miller up. He's in a very disturbing movie that Brian and I like.
We need to talk about
Kevin.
That's a great movie.
Wait,
Well-
didn't one of... Is this the guy got into trouble for being... What did he do?
He's like allegedly punched a couple girls in Hawaii, and he's gotten crazy at a karaoke bar in Hawaii.
Befriend a harem or something?
Yeah, well, let me tell you. So some of his allegations include thinking apparently that he's Jesus. And in this piece titled Ezra Miller's Messiah Delusions, Inside the Flash Star's Dark Spiral, sources say that Ezra ran a sort of cult in Vermont and kept a large cache of firearms and weapons and all kinds of stuff. Ezra allegedly hosted rituals and saw himself as a real life superhero. Allegations include Ezra searching for vulnerable young people to bring into his circle and tormenting his followers. Sources also claim that most of Ezra's legal cases have disappeared after the alleged victims were paid off and then signed their NDA. Despite all of this, Warner Brothers down for the Flash movie.
Oh, Tig Notaro's not going to replace him in the next Flash?
Yeah.
Oh, and same dude as Al Franken. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Chris D'Elia.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
God,
get your just
the outrage
desserts.
on that. If I fucking now I'm the Flash, dude. I just feel I don't know. The whole thing nothing makes sense. If you're gonna take everyone out of everything, then if you're gonna take somebody, then take it all out. Take all these motherfuckers out. But you know.
Well, you're gonna have to go back in time and scrub some movies too if things come out later.
Dave's gonna be busy.
Right.
Oh yeah.
She's John Wayne.
Never going to stop ringing. How much of it is a weird compensation for how historically bad Hollywood has treated women? For instance, like the NBA or the NFL will freak out over something now, but it's because they kind of turned a blind eye to it for 50 years, and now it feels like compensation.
Who are we just talking about? What the hell is his name with the massages? And
DeSean?
Yes. DeSean Watson, the judge said you're suspended for 6 games, and the NFL says that's not enough.
Yeah, which feels like them making up for all the shit that happened in the 70s.
Right, exactly.
Overcompensation.
Yeah.
Massages? What?
Yeah, he got
Follow
some
the DeSean Watson saga?
untoward massages from some
20-something masseuses.
He would call them over to the house and turn over with a boner or something?
That was his thing.
Some version of that?
Yeah. Remember when Bonaducci explained on the radio how you see if she's down?
Oh yeah.
There's like a hip movement you're supposed to do.
I thought there was a code word.
There was
hip movement?
a John Travolta got
yeah.
accused of that, and kind of nothing happened. Yeah, years ago,
That's right.
right?
With the lady?
I don't
No.
think so.
A dude.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there's evidently a code for the rub and tug.
Like a word? Like a unsafe word?
Well,
well,
it's like when the government operative meets, the CIA agent on the bench.
Right.
They can't just say a word. It could be, let's just say something like, the birds.
Yeah, the eagle sleeps at midnight.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
I thought he said you're supposed to when you're on your front and she's kind of in your like nether region, you're supposed to like tilt your hips up and see if she reaches
you gotta
underneath.
present like a baboon.
Right.
I don't know.
I hope I'm not misquoting
Can I
him
say
there.
this?
Chris, don't do this.
All right.
No, yeah, I
Tell
know.
me where you guys are at here. If you go into a Burke Williams in Sherman Oaks, don't
The Galleria.
ask for the
Galleria,
tug.
That's not the
No.
time or place.
You guys got tugs?
But if you're at some strip mall somewhere and it's some off-brand place,
Orchids of Asia.
could they be
Per
that
se.
terribly offended if you ask?
No, they got to be like, okay, we know it happens.
Yeah, fucking Howie.
I hear,
So why not just ask at that point for a friend?
Well, you
Yeah,
got to
yeah,
make sure
yeah.
they know you're not a cop.
Yeah. Right. Well, if it's him, it's obviously not a cop,
Oh,
right?
right.
It's like I'm Adam Carolla, but like that's hilarious.
Time cop.
Yeah. No, I apparently, and I've never had a massage in one of these places, but apparently it's way more prevalent, like than you can imagine.
I totally
I was
believe
in
that.
Houston during the pandemic doing a show, and I was like, LA's so fucking shut down, and I'm like, I want to go do the shit I can't do in LA.
Rub and tug.
We're going to a steakhouse after the show,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go get a massage. And I went to this little strip mall Asian thing, and I was getting a massage, but it was a little bit weird. I don't know what to
handsy?
say. A hand kept like flying by my dick and like hit my dick a couple times, but like a backhanded.
Like a sack tap.
Yeah. Like
swatting a fly away.
like if your dick was trying to get a piece of cake
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
dessert. Hey, get out of here, cock.
Eat your meal first.
Yeah.
And it was like a middle-aged Asian woman, and I was like, what is this
That's
thing?
probably what it
Is
was.
or is she
Yeah.
just getting
See if
her
there's a
hands just
reaction.
flying around or
No.
something?
Unless she had some sort of palsy.
But then what am I supposed to do? Like tap her in the cunt? And that's our code? Like
That's the give and take.
that's
Yeah.
the give and the
One
take?
for
Like,
yes, two for no.
she's not
Yeah.
saying anything. It's just her hand kind of went a place that it doesn't go that often.
So what'd you do?
I just
After
laid.
you
I
came.
just came and tipped, and I just kind of laid there.
Yeah.
And she just kind of went on with the massage, but there were a couple of
Yeah.
backhand dick moves.
Where was it? Houston? Yeah. I don't
Houston.
know. Yeah,
and it was the strip mall, never heard of it place.
I feel like if it's a strip mall, it's chances are pretty high. You probably could have, you know, what I
Higher.
mean?
Yeah.
yeah, higher for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
I a few years ago, and I said this on the show, I got a massage on Wilshire, and they were kind of like just partitions, not really walls. And some chick was just giving me the massage, and then in the next partition, a guy screamed, "Oh fuck!"
Really?
So I'm like, okay, so that's an
Really?
option. Yeah, and this is on Wilshire.
You would think you'd try to be quiet about it.
There
Yeah.
was nothing quiet about this, and these weren't even real walls.
Wilshire's got
yeah,
a lot of range.
Partitions. Yeah.
Wow.
So maybe you go in there as a person that wants to get a $85 massage,
Yeah.
but maybe they dick tap.
Upsell.
It's an upsell?
Sounds like it.
Oh, okay, so those are the specials.
That's right.
Market price.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good. So a federal judge has blocked Alabama's scheduled execution of this guy, this convicted killer. He's been on death row for a while, and they said it's because he doesn't like the way it's going to go down, and he would like to happen a different way. He doesn't want a lethal injection. So Alan Miller was
The judge or the
the
convict?
inmate.
Oh, he doesn't want the lethal
Yeah,
injection.
Alan Miller was convicted of murdering 3 coworkers in 1999 at a workplace shooting, and he was set to be executed last week by lethal injection, but his lawyer submitted a written request to be put to death by nitrogen hypoxia, which is a never-before-used method, and the prisoner you just breathe it in and you die. Miller's lawyers arguing that the state
can't we go Michael Jackson with the propofol?
with the milk, mommy's milk or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's propofol, right? Has anyone ever had that?
No.
What?
Well, you get it in surgery. I may have had it.
It's the greatest.
He wanted to.
You just go down.
Yeah.
You know what I would do? I would say, all right, so there's this thing of like lethal injection, and then are they suffering? Are they drowning in their own saliva? Is it cruel? Do they stay alive for a while? And then we go, and then we have a shortage of the lethal injection chemicals and stuff.
The
cocktail, and I think we're getting too up in our heads about this. You got to bring back the firing squad, and the firing squad works every time. Doesn't cost.
Well,
doesn't
not every time.
Not every
That's right.
time.
Ask Kim Kahana.
Kim Kahana, we just had on the show. Okay.
Oh, God.
The firing squad normally works. Well,
Just don't kill anyone.
mass
Or that.
mass firings
I'm
don't always
with
work.
you.
But yeah, the firing squad works. Taxpayers, it's about as cheap as we're going to get.
Yeah.
What if we mixed the propofol, the Jesus juice, the Jesus milk,
Mother's milk or Jesus
whatever
milk,
it
I
is,
don't know.
with the firing squad?
Oh, not bad.
So my thing is
Put
like,
in the bullets.
give me a shot of this. I'm not going to care about
Yeah,
a thing
do
in
what
the
you gotta
world.
do.
The gunshot is the chaser.
Yeah,
That's
just
right.
set
That's
me
right.
up in front of that hay bale. I'm not going to give 2 shits about this. I don't think I'm going to be awake to see it.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
right.
you do the firing squad.
And then a door opens up under you and you get hung.
yeah,
Right.
Oh,
fine.
my.
Just
Yeah.
as a safeguard.
Trifecta.
And
Mix
then an
them.
alligator.
Right.
Grabs
whatever.
it.
You got
Delicious.
They get you.
Because I think if memory serves, the cocktail, the lethal cocktail, one part was in a shortage. It was the part that like relaxed you first, and
Right.
so they stopped doing it. So
Yeah. Or just take you down to the vet. Like, I feel like these people are experts. You know what I mean? The guys.
The vet.
very peaceful.
Well, the wardens.
Yeah.
You think about your warden of a prison.
Yeah.
If you're one in California, haven't done an execution since 1969. You know what I mean? Even if you're in one of those states like Texas or Florida, best you're going to get is like 2 a year. You know, you're not getting your 10,000 hours in.
Right.
You got a lot of ring rust. Where'd we put the syringe?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you go to the vet. They're putting down 3 dogs a day.
death
I mean,
factory.
it's a death factory over there. They got the chemicals. They got the bedside manner. They got the facilities.
Feed you some chocolate before you go.
yeah,
That's right.
Ooh, your last meal.
That's right.
Get a little box with the remains and a paw print in it.
Your owner
to
holds
return
you
to the
while you
A
Yeah.
lock
family.
of the
Your
fur.
collar.
I'm just saying, find me a vet that does the most putting down of dogs, and then I'll go, and what dogs you specialize in? They'll go St. Bernards. I'll go, okay, good.
Great Danes.
Weight
yeah.
equivalent.
Because this dude's about the same weight as a Great Dane.
So you can choose. Do you want to die at the prison or at a kill shelter? You can hear
Yeah.
all the puppies.
High kill still.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, good idea.
Thank you.
So hot off the heels of talking to our guest Dominic Monaghan a few days ago, I have some hot ant news for all of you because it's his favorite animal.
Ants.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have an idea of how many ants are actually on the planet Earth.
Well, but- okay.
No, so new research
Whatever
published
we're
this
giving
week.
to your crane this month.
An approximate answer. TheConversation.com conservatively has an estimation. I'm wondering if anyone would like to take a guess.
Of how
Just
many
for fun.
ants there are?
So it goes-
ANTS.
That's right.
Is it?
we're getting into the trillions.
I'll say it's a number we've heard of.
Yeah.
Okay, 500 trillion.
Okay.
How do you make a guess?
He just did.
But how do you?
I did
you
my
don't-
calculations.
No.
No, you mean how do they know?
How does anyone know?
That's
Well,
not the
I
question.
mean, you can't do it like you're doing homeless
play
in
the
Los
game,
Angeles, where you
Chris.
just send people out.
Yeah,
with clipboards.
it's not like a
500 trillion
jelly
to
bean
me is
jar
like
where you
saying-
count 'em out.
If you say 500 trillion, to me it's like saying 100 billion trillion. I don't. It could be. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna save
Gina
you
has
guys.
an answer.
I have
Oh,
an
yeah,
answer.
okay.
Approximately 20 quadrillion ants. That's a 20 with 15 zeros behind it.
See, that wasn't that far off.
Yeah, you really weren't.
Yeah, I guess. I don't even know that number.
Biologist Edward O. Wilson said that insects and invertebrates are the little things that run the world. And apparently he's right with ants because
So,
they're a
yeah.
crucial part of our of nature among
By the
their
way,
yeah.
So when they were like, "Who run the world?" Girls.
Ants.
It's not girls.
That's right.
Ants.
That's exactly right.
Chances of this guy who tallied the ants getting laid in the next 6 months?
Less than 20 quadrillion.
But
One in
close.
20.
I'll tell you what, too.
20
This is his best shot right now. Is
That's
he-
right.
I know how many ants are in the world.
Baby.
That's right. But they do. I mean, maybe Dominic's right. They do all kinds of crazy shit. They aerate the soil. They disperse seeds. They carry them all back and forth. They break down organic material. They create habitat for other animals. They form an important part of the food chain. What can't the ant do? They
Well-
can carry how many times their
I'm
body
still
weight?
killing them when I see them.
Well, you can, and it's fine. You won't make a dent. But you
But
know,
if we
just
all-
got 7, there's still 40 quadrillion.
You know what? Tell that to Schindler during World
Yeah,
War
that's
II.
right. Get it.
You
Could've
see
killed
what I'm
Just
saying?
this one.
What do you-
Yeah, I don't. That's so many ants. I mean, I believe it. But also, this guy could be saying this, and what the fuck? People are
You
gonna
know
be
what?
like,
Are we gonna
no.
check
I'll tell you
his
what
work?
I'm going to do. I'm going to apologize to my exterminator because they come out and spray
Yeah.
once a month, and then at some point
too.
you see a couple ants around the kitchen. So you go, what the
How
fuck
dare
am I
you?
paying this guy $40 a month for?
You know, there's 40 quadrillion, asshole.
You know what? I'm so sorry for that hastily worded email. Dear sirs. Yeah, with that, by the way, I would have that chambered if I was an exterminator.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
it's like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
my daughter found 3 ants by the back. 3.
Out of
Interesting. Out of...
how many zeros behind that 3? Because this is 20 quadrillion.
Yeah,
That's right. I'd say I'm doing a pretty fucking good job if
You're
your
welcome.
daughter only was bitten by a couple of ants.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how many. I wonder. Wow, that's I really would like to talk to that guy on how you get your
What's your methodology?
number. Yeah.
Never you mind.
No, I mean, what
We
the fuck?
just have to
Yeah.
believe him. Let's do one more because it's a PSA that I think we all really need to hear. If you're into cold remedies or allergy remedies and cooking, please listen closely. The FDA is warning people not to take up the latest TikTok challenge.
Oh.
Cooking chicken in NyQuil.
Yeah, I knew
'Cause
that
we're
already.
oh,
To not-
amazing.
I knew that already to not do it.
Oh,
is what I'm
good,
saying,
good.
yeah.
Okay. The agency said not only is making
I had that
sleepy
like
chicken.
I had that filed under like eating Tide Pods.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
100%.
done
People are
and
so
done.
fucking dumb.
Way ahead of you.
a
Thank
dive
you.
You
bomb.
don't have to learn some lessons.
No, they
right.
call it
Yeah.
sleepy chicken.
That's a
And
dive bomb.
It contains all kinds of stuff that can be made immensely more potent when you boil it. So that's pretty much
Really?
the takeaway. Yeah. In a notice, the FDA said even if you don't eat the chicken, inhaling the vapors
Jesus.
while cooking can cause high levels of drugs to enter your body. It could really hurt your lungs. And this isn't the first time that the FDA has spoken out about TikTok. Of course, we all know this
Yeah.
stupid Tide Pods. What about there was just a straight up Benadryl challenge that you just take as much as you possibly can and like get high and I guess try to stay awake?
Jesus,
Kids
that
are
was
so
one?
fucking stupid.
No,
yeah.
but here's the thing about the chicken thing. It's like how fucking
Delicious.
Imagine dying as a chicken for somebody's sustenance, and then they just fucking you get something from CVS and just
Yeah.
pour it all over their dead
Carcass.
wings.
Or just take a single Ambien like a
It's
goddamn
so-
man.
That's right.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, I think if I was a chicken, I think I'd like to go the curry route. I feel like I would contribute more to society. I just like chicken curry.
Yeah, I think I'd go Parmesan. Everybody loves me.
Everyone likes Parmesan.
No,
Who's gonna
chicken
say no to
Parmesan
that?
is
Chris,
Red
not a curry man.
I'm
red
not a curry
yellow
I like a
curry.
yellow curry.
I like a yellow curry
I'm
too.
not a curry guy.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't
there's
even
a
like
lot
Steph
of
Curry.
wafflers in the curry. I think you're, by the way, he just got his $1 billion
right.
Under Armour deal.
That's right.
Crazy.
Yeah. You're either in or you're out with curry.
Yeah,
I'm out. I'm
in.
totally out.
Yeah. You're in or you're
All
out.
the way out.
Yeah.
There's no,
like
no
truffle.
casual curries.
No,
You know,
no
I don't think
offense
so.
about
Like, like,
curry.
I can do it if I'm in the right mood or something.
Yeah.
You're in or you're out.
You
Maybe
love
not
gram
at a
masala or you don't.
Yeah, not at a tailgate, but like, curry's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Not-
I love
yeah.
curry, but I understand it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I
You should be
want.
I
on,
appreciate
you should be
you
on the
saying
Food
that.
Network.
I should.
I appreciate you saying that.
I do not, I will not categorize them, the non-curry lovers, with the assholes who are like, I like cheese, but I don't like melted cheese. Like, fuck
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
What are you
no,
for?
that's- yeah.
There's those, fuck you. But
Yeah.
curry, I'll
Right.
throw that in. Liver can be that way.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but some do.
It's not
but
like
I get it.
It's not like no. I'll cut my sandwiches in triangles. I like
Right.
it better that way.
Yes.
tastes better.
And then the people, the adults, by the way, the 40-year-olds who go with food not so much based on flavor, but on consistency.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I don't
too
like
slimy.
avocado because it's slimy. It's like somebody spit in my mouth. It's like, how old are you again with the consistency of the food?
Yeah.
That matters less than the taste, yeah, for sure.
Good.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's bring it home, Gina.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
Oh, fuck!
Gina Grad. That was the news with Gina Grad.
Well, Chris D'Elia's doing shows all over the place. October 7th in Peoria, and then Rockford, Illinois on the 8th, and then heading to Raleigh at the Duke Energy Center on 21st. Find the dates at chrisdelia.com. That is chrisdelia.com. And you can find me back at the Hollywood Improv with more friends October 19th, having some fun over there. And just go to mcarolla.com for all you need. And also Chris's podcast, Congratulations with Chris D'Elia and Lifeline. Yes.
You know what? We do a show Lifeline, which is an ode to your old thing, Loveline. Did you know that?
No,
I meant to tell you that here, and I meant to tell you that the other night. But it's just they send videos and we give them advice about life.
Oh, well, there you can check out those podcasts available where you listen to finer podcasts, and shoot them a tweet at Chris D'Elia. And until next time, Sam Carolla for Gina Grad, Chris D'Elia, and Bo Bryan. Say it. Mahala.